How you all doing? I'm going to do a little video on Swedish Mauser barrel end accessories. I have never really seen a video here on YouTube about this. I've watched a lot of videos to learn about this Swedish Mauser that I have here, and I've never really seen anybody talk about these barrel end accessories. When I first bought this rifle, I was greeted by this barrel end, and originally, you used to just seeing rifles on the rack. You pull them and you just take a look, look at the crown. And I'm looking at that right away. I thought counterboring. I looked at that and I was like, what is in the counter? Is this counterbore? Then I realized, no, this looks threaded. And sure enough, I unscrewed this and came up with that. And I was really surprised. And then, like I normally do, I see something on a rifle that I'm interested in, that I don't exactly know what it is or know if it's original or know anything about it, if it's a rarity or something. I go out to my car and I sit in my car and do a little research on my iPhone and learn as I look. I go, I don't want to sit there in the store. It'd be kind of rude just sitting on my store on the phone for 10 minutes. So I go outside and I sit in the parking lot and I do my research, come back in, look again, see something else, and look, I mean, if it's something quick to check, I'll just do it on my phone. But I like to do a little bit of research before I would actually purchase something. So I let them know. I'm in this gun store all the time, and I let these guys know, so they don't think I'm casing the joint. You know what I mean? That I just sit outside and do a little research on stuff that I find. So apparently, from what I'm reading, this originally had a nylon cap on here, or a nylon washer, which I don't understand how that could possibly be. This is a 1912 rifle. This rifle was made the year the Titanic sank. I'm not so certain they had nylon. You know what I mean? Like a nylon washer. I can't imagine that. I gotta look and do a little research and find out when they invented nylon, because I certainly think it was after 1912. Because apparently, from what I'm hearing, this metal cap, this threaded metal cap, is aftermarket, is U.S. aftermarket. You know what I mean? So I was kind of surprised to hear that. I would have thought this would have been like what originally went on it, but I'm reading no. I'm reading a nylon washer. It's kind of like just a round washer that just spun on there. Well, this cap is definitely much better than a nylon washer, and the reason why this is threaded is just solely because of this device here. This is what they threaded it for, was for this guy. Now, what this thing was a device that would catch the wooden bullets that they would actually use for training purposes to fire these things. They would have a regular looking bullet with a regular looking Spitzer tip on it, but that tip, the bullet itself, would actually be made of wood, and it's like they would call it a blank, but it would fire this wood projectile. So to protect against anybody actually getting hit by these things, because at close ranges it could potentially penetrate and kill you. You know what I mean? Especially if it hits you in the eye or the temple or something. So they would put these things on the barrels, which would break up the wooden round. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a muffler. If you could like look inside and examine it, it has a tube that runs down the center, and then it opens up to this round area on the end, which kind of busts the bullet up, and it curves around like that, and the pieces fall out of these holes supposedly. I've never used it. I got this at Samco. If you just do a Google search for SAMCO, it's Samco Global Arms, I believe it's called. They sell all of these accessories, the stuff that I'm going to show you. They sell everything, and they sell these wooden bullets. But for some reason, they wouldn't ship these wooden bullets to me, even though I live in a state where having ammunition shipped is no problem. So hopefully, for you, they don't have an issue with it. I was going to call them back and speak to someone personally and see if I could just be like, what's the story? Why can't you ship this to me? Maybe they just had there's just a misunderstanding as to what states you were allowed to ship ammunition to. I don't know, but as it is, this thing itself is less than $20, I think. You know what I mean? And these other accessories I'm going to show you, everything all very cheap. You know what I mean? This stuff, But this, being original and everything, it's serial numbered. It has the crown on it. It's like it's very nice. It's a nice heavy duty piece. It's just an interesting thing if you have one of these threaded models. It's it's almost like a must-have. You got to just be able to show this off and be like, well, this is what it was threaded for. And how this works is it threads on here, and then this top piece is kind of like something that helps to locate it. It just clicks on down there, and it's like a sight hood. You know what I mean? The sight, a protector for the sight. So that's interesting. Now, you don't want to mess around with this thing when you got live ammo around and you're at the range. Like, I wouldn't even bring this thing to the range because, if you should happen to accidentally, fire a live round, a regular round through here with this thing on, there would probably be some serious issues. So, it's kind of like a dangerous thing to have around if you're messing with live ammo and then you're putting it on, you're trying some wooden bullets, just you accidentally make a mistake and switch stuff around, and you're going to have a catastrophe. Someone's getting hurt, because that thing is so heavy duty. You're definitely not going to blow it off the end of the barrel. Something is just going to blow up, And because it's threaded like this, of course, there's going to be companies that take advantage. This is I don't know if it's a muzzle brake or a flash hider. I've seen it called different things, and but it's a nice quality piece. It is U.S. aftermarket. But it's very nicely made, and what's cool about this is that if you thread it on, it bottoms really nice where you don't even see the threads. If this came on the rifle, I can imagine someone owning this rifle for years and not even knowing that comes off. That's literally how far down it seats and bottoms here. See if I could get close. You don't even notice a gap there. You know what I mean? It goes right up against the base of the barrel, and well, it's pretty cool. Look, the thing costs like $14.95 from this Samco place. Why not just have it? It's I did fire some rounds through it. At night, it might be pretty cool to get that flash coming out of all the holes on the side. Don't even know if it would actually do that with this length barrel. You know what I mean? This is almost like not even necessary. You don't need it. There's no recoil even to this 6.5 by 55 Swiss round. It's a very tame, mild round, and how much flash is really coming out of a long barrel like this. It's more like a novelty, but it's interesting to have. If you have a thread barrel, why not have some things that get used by it. Now there's another accessory I have that I also got from this Samco company that doesn't really use the threaded barrel. It's a sight protector that just kind of, you can see that it has these tangs on the bottom that help to locate it. It just slides right on here like that, and it slides all the way up to the top. You can see where it would slide and seat here up against the end of the barrel, and the hood would be over the sight as a sight protector. But the problem with this is that the thing that actually locates it, that gets it in there, if you could see right there in the back here, it's like a metal tang. Maybe this side would be better. You see that sharp metal tang there, right here? That metal tang scrapes along the side of the sight base, and I wanted to kind of pop it out and bend it back a little bit so it's just not so strong. It just really digs in there, and it would leave a huge gouge. I could tell. I tried to put it on, and it was just so tight. It's an interesting thing to just be able to slip on and off. I guess it's that tight because they just want to make sure it doesn't loosen up. If it loosens up and it should slide forward and tilt a little bit, a round could catch it and blow the thing off the end of the barrel, and that would probably be bad too. This is probably just another one of those things to just kind of have as a novelty. I already have some issues here with this front sight. It needs a little work. It's just a little beat up. It looks like somebody went to town with a punch and a mallet trying to move this front sight instead of drifting it with the proper tool, and it's a little banged up. So I meant to do something here with this to straighten it out a little bit. As a matter of fact, that Samco company also sells sight blades. This is a 0. They have numbers on them, 0, and then there's like a 1, 2. There's higher ones, lower ones. I mean, if you need to go lower, you could always file it down a little bit, But if you need to go higher, you're kind of stuck. So it's nice that this company did have a bunch of different sight blades of all different heights. So if I'm just to get rid of the damage that's actually just on the side of this blade, I might just order another 0 from them and then just put that in, and then just have to worry about any other little dings and dents here that I might be able to just straighten out that are actually on the sight base itself. But these are the accessories I have. This flash hider, the sight protector, and the potentially lethal wooden bullet catcher. Again, I would buy that and just kind of, if I ever went to the range, I would leave it home. I would just leave this as something that you display to show people, like, hey, check out what this does. I think even just bringing it anywhere where you're firing live ammo is just a recipe for disaster. And those are the Swedish Mauser rod barrel end accessories. And if anybody knows if this is mahogany, please let me know, because I was poking around on a website and they were showing the different woods these things come in, walnut and some other two different types of walnut and a beech one. None of them look like this. And then I looked under the mahogany. I always thought mahogany was a much darker wood. This isn't all heavily soaked with oil or anything like that, or it's just lightly BLO coated, and it's just seemed to be the same shade, the same color as the mahogany one. But that'd be pretty cool to know that this is actually mahogany wood. So if anybody's an expert on these woods and you take a good look at this one and you think you can identify this as either some type of walnut, beech, or mahogany, please let me know. I'm really curious to know what type of wood this is. And that's that. Enjoy your Swedish Mausers. Take care.